Are we live?
It's not showing the camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Or do we have a mic?
Sony camera. Jason's
Camera.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Sorry,
everyone.
Adam's running the tech tonight, so we're a little bit behind. Has nothing to do
Okay.
with the wine.
Okay. Enough of you.
Okay.
All right. So,
Wait, before we start, if you guys don't want me to turn into this horrible human, go ahead and hit that like button for me.
Oh my God,
All
not
right,
with the
guys.
like button.
Yes, yeah, your mom gave me this like button, and it means something to me. It's sentimental.
Okay.
And I just want people to like the button as much as I liked the episode of Vanderpump Rules tonight.
Okay.
By the way, there's so many people in the room already, and I just want to say thank you for watching my drunk ass talk about Vanderpump Rules.
Okay. All right. So, Jason, before we jump in, I'm going to bring up this photo right now.
Okay.
Bravo made an announcement. They posted this on their Instagram stories and said, "Don't come for me unless I send 2 announcements for you tomorrow."
Hey, girl.
Everybody in the live chat, go ahead and let us know what you think the 2 announcements are. But, Jason, for you, what do you think?
Okay, so a lot of people are speculating we're having 2 trailer drops tomorrow, right? Like Real Housewives of Orange County, which is so overdue, it's ridiculous. So if we're dropping, isn't that a Kenya Moore quote?
Yes.
Okay. If we're dropping the Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer tomorrow, and we're not dropping the Real Housewives of Orange County trailer, I'm really confused. Like really confused. But what I think it means is we're going to get an Atlanta trailer and a BravoCon announcement for Vegas.
Yes. Some people were saying the Roni announcement.
No one's thinking about Roni.
Yeah.
Not one person is thinking about that. Like zero. There wasn't an Apple in the announcement. No one is thinking about these new ladies who we don't know. No one's thinking about Ramona. We're not thinking about New York.
Okay.
It's just not happening. Not even BravoCon's thinking about New York. So, like, you know, we're thinking about Vegas.
All right.
Yeah.
So I want to get into this episode. Are you ready?
No, because we didn't talk about the drink tonight,
Oh.
which the drink we're not making. Which, by the way, guys, I know a lot of you have DM'd me. You guys have posted me other places. You've had made the drinks, which is so cool, by the way. And I'm sorry I'm so lazy that I'm just drinking Vanderpump wine over the weekend. But I wanted to give you my little 2 cents because Vanderpump has 3 wines available, right? This one is very familiar to everyone because this was the first. This was the Vanderpump Rosé. And I just want to give you my thoughts, okay? So Jason and Pandora, who are Lisa and Ken's daughter, Pandora, is married to Jason. They run Vanderpump Wines. They take very much pride in what they do, which I love. And they have like reformulated this many times. I even saw all the French people come in and they were like, Vanderpump Rosé, let's do a new grape. So they've reformulated this many times. It is so good. It's so good. I love this. And then when we move over to the Cabernet, which this is the first time I've ever tried this. It has a nice deep punt for anyone who cares. But it's a nice bottle. I prefer a very like dry cab usually because they're very heavy and bold and nice and stuff. But this is more not dry, but I liked it. And my aunt, who is a huge like wine person, was like, "Oh, I actually like this." And I was like, "Oh, but we like dry. Don't we like dry?" Anyway, so we're done with those. Drink those. I'm so sorry. I have to say, like, I'm not a huge Chardonnay drinker, but when I am, I love an oaky, buttery kind of Chardonnay. This is very like pear citrus, and it almost made me gag when I drank this. I was like, what? So I probably wouldn't buy this, but someone who really loves Chardonnay with some citrus, lemon, citrus, pear, lined with notes of brioche and toast, it's for you. And everyone has a different palate, so let's not judge too hard, but really nice presentation. And if you order on Vanderpump Wines, the shipping is really fast. It's like really fast.
All right.
Like faster than me trying to go to Total Wine. Hit that like button.
All right, guys, 350 in the room. Go ahead, smash that like button. We're only 5 minutes in. Jason, are you ready to get
I'm ready. Let's talk about some Vanderpump.
Okay, so rate this episode 1 to 10, 10 being the highest.
Let's go with 7.5 because it was a great episode, but there's more to come. And what is to come is what I want to see. It was better than last week's.
All right. So we kick off this episode with James talking to his dad about Raquel and Allie. And DJing and also drinking at the same time. And his dad said,
Hmm.
listen, drinking and DJing, it's like a role of passage. He said roll of passage. And
maybe he said roll, like rule, but he meant like roll.
Oh, rule of passage. And he never, in his mind, saw James ever marrying Raquel, but he could see it with Ali. What were your thoughts on this entire interaction?
Well, first of all, I love Ali. I think she's a good balance for James, but James needs to figure out what the balance is with himself. Because this episode, if I just want to dive into James, we don't have to talk about James anymore, right?
Oh, we're going to talk about James a lot.
God, do we have to?
Yeah.
No, I honestly feel like James, the way he talks to people, if you were to talk to me like a cartoon, like he does sometimes, he's so animated and dramatic, I wouldn't be able to like have a conversation with you. I wouldn't be able to have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much. Like I could not do it. I think that Ali might be the right person to kind of calm him down, but is drinking right again? Like, is that the right choice for him?
I mean, we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
Let's put James on pause for a second and go over to Shorts and Sandy's. All right. So Shorts and Sandy's, they're trying to get the drinks together for the POS system and trying to get the names down. They're trying to get the prices. And Katie shows up for a tasting. Listen, the food looks great. We have steak,
to back up.
Crab beignets, lobster corn dogs. Where do you want to back up?
Cool, cute. The menu's fine. But like I feel for Brett, being in Brett's position before, what you want to do is get things need to be in order, right? Everything has a place, mise en place, as the French say. Everything has a place. So things have to be done. And it's like, oh man, I got this cool like recipe for a cocktail. Great. What glass does it go in? How do you fucking make it? What do we put in? What is it named? Like blue drink shark or whatever the hell that, you know what I mean? Like this shows their inexperience when it comes to the restaurant business. So I'm glad they have someone there to kind of like push them a little bit.
No, I agree.
But it's like weird. The menu's fine. It looks good. Like everything they brought out, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Very LA.
Yeah.
Very LA.
Josie, thank you so much for the super sticker. Just to give you a heads up on what some people are saying. Max V, James will never change. Magic Cat, Ali needs to run. Val Porter, Ali doesn't take any gruff from anyone. Love her. Carrie said this episode should tell James drinking is not something he should do. He gets mean, loud, and entitled. Unavoidable Damage said, I have never liked James. His energy is too much for me.
That's too much.
Edward Shore said, James is a drunk, will always be one.
Can you imagine like the stakes always being that high?
Yeah.
Like if I, like it's like me waking up in the morning, I'm like, whoa! You know what I mean? Like the stakes are so high. You always are thinking like, I don't know, it's just too much. It's too much. 400
in the room, guys. Smash that like button. Gigi wants to know, is that sweatshirt your merch? I need one.
No, this is Caroline Stanberry's merch right here. And they are coming your way very, very soon. I'm working on them. So this is what's so cool about it.
You're working on her merch?
I'm working on her merch, yeah. I'm friends with her, you're not. It's different.
Okay.
We have different relationships, okay?
Don't say I'm not friends with her. Rude.
I might be more friendly. Okay, but yeah, this is Caroline's merch. So
okay, but the food did look great. Steak, crab beignets, lobster corn dogs. I've never heard of a lobster corn dog, but
yeah, that sounds interesting. Huh?
All right, so let's move over because the girls have lunch. We have Ariana, Sheena, Lala, and Ali, and they're meeting up. And at first they're talking about Raquel, and Lala thinks that she was sort of short-circuiting at the party while she was trying to think. And Sheena felt that, listen, Raquel was just sticking up for herself. I always say Raquel.
Yeah, like Raquel, like Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not how you say it.
Okay.
I'm sure it's Rachel.
Yeah.
Or Raquel.
Linda Davis said, you're impersonating James is the best. This is so fun.
It's so heightened, though. I mean, all you have to do is like turn on like whatever Max is in your life, and you can be him too. You know, like it's so much.
Yeah.
It's so much.
We're going to get to this in a minute, Carla McDonald. If I was Sheena,
oh my God.
I would have asked Christina, Kelly, and James both to leave, and I would have talked to Lala. And Audrey said, I want a thumbs up light.
These are amazing.
Yep.
They're so amazing. Really quick. So James's dad brought up Pump Sessions. So Pump Sessions was a CD that James like did. He DJ'd for like Pump, and he made this like CD. It's the worst thing I've ever heard. They stopped selling it at Pump.
Is it that bad?
It's bad.
Why?
Because it's not like the same ambiance you feel when you walk into Pump. When you walk into Pump, there's an ambiance.
That doesn't mean it's bad.
It's sexy. No, it's too much like that I don't know, that I don't know what it is. No, not even. It's fine. We love. We just don't like. We don't like all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like that synthesizer thing that he always does. I don't know. I do have to say, everything he's doing now is way better than Pump Sessions. Okay. And I think that I saw this somewhere where maybe it was on Twitter or something, where they said that James and Adriana Demora from The Real Housewives of Miami should do a song together. That would be epic, because that would be on fire.
Hey, listen, I like what you did there.
Thanks.
Christina Rain wants to know, is Adam going to stay off camera?
Yeah, tonight, girl, I was off camera last night. This is how we do our after parties. One stays there, one stays here. Actually, you could be here if you wanted.
All right. 2 more things before we move on. Carrie K said, oh my gosh, why did Lala think it was okay to bring Christina Kelly? Christina was only there to get noise for Hattie. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Renee said, I love James, but he does need to curb his drinking. He seems calmer.
He seems really, like, even at the party that they had at Villa Rosa, he was like a little much, right? And we really like the James we saw when James was sober. Are we doing thumbs up?
Yes, because they're saying last night your hand was a character.
Yeah, but we don't need your hand. I have the hand.
Oh, no, I have my own hand. You want a thumb more?
Oh, you have a long thumb too. Is that how they designed this?
Okay, let's get back to it. Now, obviously we don't need to talk about the short-circuiting thing, but James is trying to get Ali a seat at Sheena's wedding, but Ali understands why she wasn't invited to the actual event. And Sheena did say, listen, I have 118 guests. Right now I'm working on a seating chart. We have way too many people. She can come to the other parties, but James is like, I don't want to leave her for a couple hours to go to a wedding. I feel bad. She's by herself.
Oh, she's at an all-inclusive in Mexico. What the hell will she do? I don't know. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, at least she got to go, right? The biggest regret that Sheena is going to have is having Raquel at that wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, obviously we saw yesterday when she came out of the courthouse. Was that today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that friendship will never happen again. That's crazy.
Renee Glover said she can hang with Katie.
Yeah, you can hang with Katie on Tower 2 or wherever they put her.
Beautiful Waterfall said, was anyone else yelling at their screen during every one of Rachel's scenes?
Yes. It's so crazy to me because at this point, we already know the hookups are happening, right?
Yeah.
The Tom and the Rachel ratchetness of it all, it's already happening. So like I said, it was either last week, I don't know, I was drunk, or the week before, you're watching this through a different lens. So every time you're watching Raquel, you're like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. Lala, as hypocritical as she can come off, is really fucking funny this episode. Did you feel that?
Yeah, actually I did.
Yeah, she was kind of funny. She's funny. I mean, listen, she's been there, done that. She's done the thing, but she's really quick to point things out, and the editing is on point.
You know, I have to give Lala credit, though, because even when she pops off and she knows that she's filming a TV show, she also has moments like this next one where she meets up with Sheena and Brock. And they're talking about the wedding, and Brock actually thanks Lala for bringing up this stuff about his kids and his ex because it helped him. It helped him with his ex, and it helped him move forward. And now he's in a better place. But Lala starts crying, and she's like, listen, I think he's an amazing dad. I love how he treats Ocean. And she's like, I'm so sorry, Brock. That was a great moment.
Was very heartfelt. It was very genuine. I felt like it was very authentic. And here's the thing. It's like Sheena and Brock were on stage at your live show last year in LA around this time, okay? And going into it, we had gotten that other season of Vanderpump Rules where Brock was the bad guy and he didn't pay attention to things at home and blah, blah, blah. Everyone's getting in his business and shit. And, you know, Lala is really the forefront of Mission Impossible. I need to take you down because what you did to your kids, even though I need to be worrying about my own husband kind of thing, right? We saw a whole different side of Brock. I mean, you've known Sheena for a decade. I've known Sheena for a long time, but meeting Brock for the first time, this guy was so, you know, when you feel someone's energy, when you meet them and you know right away, it's like, that's some shitty energy, or holy shit, that's great energy. He has great energy and it's nice and it's authentic. And even when you were with Sheena at, you know, the Vanderpump Rules premiere, You saw how he was as a parent.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that that's coming out and I'm kind of glad that Brock has a back seat in this season. I think it's a good look for Sheena and a good look for him to kind of sit back like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm happy because you put up a video today about Sheena being vindicated from this, Raquel situation. I feel like Brock has been vindicated in some way, shape, or form. And either he's dealing with his shit in his past, like everyone has a past, whether we want to admit it or not. I do, you do, the Seven Dwarfs have past. Like, everyone has a past, right? This is nice. He has like a little vindication, and he can move on. He can be a good dad. He can be a good husband. And yeah, and I like his new haircut. He should have done that sooner because that long hair doesn't suit anybody. All right.
Magic Cat said, do you think it's true that Raquel sneaks off with Sandoval at the wedding?
Yes, 100%. I don't trust anything Raquel does. Here's the thing. Okay, so like a lot of people were saying, and I was reading some of the comments on your video, the video about Sheena walking out of the courtroom. Right. And they were like, well, you don't know that Sheena didn't hit her or punch her. It's like, girl, we cannot believe this person. This person has been lying to everyone for 7 months, her closest friends, people that she's, has relationships with. Ariana, she's sitting there and she's having all of this. How can you trust anything Raquel does?
Right.
You know what I mean? She has no ground to walk on when it comes to believe me. And that TMZ interview sent me over the fucking cliff.
Gigi said, I hate watching Ariana stick up for Rachel.
I know. It's sad. It sucks. It really sucks.
And then also somebody brought up another great point because when they were getting ready to go to Mexico, Ariana said, I'm in Mexico and finally have time to spend with Tom. And he was sneaking off to her room when she was skipping the bridesmaids festivities and hooking up with Tom. Ouch.
That's a shitty look.
Yeah.
It's a shitty look.
It's a shitty look. Guys, 550 in the room. Smash that. What?
Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Look at this magical piece of plastic. Get your hand. We don't need your hand. We didn't have this last night. Oh, look at that. Ooh, flashes.
Okay, enough of this. All right, so now let's take it over because we are at Villa Rosa. And everyone surprised Sheena for her bridal shower. But she's like, listen, was I surprised? Yes, but then honestly, my sister's car in the driveway was kind of a dead giveaway.
I mean, like, Sheena's particular. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if she had everyone on lock on her little find my location. Like, I get it. Find my friends. I know where you're at. Yeah, no, 100%.
And she also knows she's filming a TV show. But
100%.
It's still super sweet. The good as gold singing. Listen, I'm all here for a good moment for Sheena because I hate seeing a lot of the times when she's crying or upset. And it's like right now she's happy. She had she talks about this, but she unfortunately, when her and Brock got together early on, sorry, I was choking on my words. When her and Brock got together early on, they unfortunately lost a baby, and now they have a beautiful baby, and they're married. They're getting married. It's like it's great.
It's cool. That. No, of course it is.
Yeah,
it is.
So James thinks Allie is invited to the wedding because of Raquel, and he asked Lala if he should ask Allie to marry him in Mexico as payback.
Yeah, no.
But he said it's not payback, but it could be. But it's not. But it could be.
I don't know. I'm lost. Every time James talks, I'm so like, I don't know what you're talking about because it's so heightened. We just talked about this. It's like, it's like, what?
Do you find it weird, like, especially in the moments where, like, Schwartz and Raquel are flirting at Villa Rosa, and he's like, I have LVP on my ass, and I might show you in Mexico.
That is so crazy because he knew. Like, let's be honest. Schwartz knew about this whole shit, right? And him and Joe.
You think he knew at that time?
Yeah, I feel like him and Joe had this little thing, and I feel like Raquel and Joe and Tom were in cahoots with one another.
Do you think that's why she's bonding with him so well? Because she can't be with Tom Sandoval next to Ariana.
No, you can see it. Like I said, we're watching this through a different lens.
That makes so much sense.
A different lens. We're watching it through a different lens. So you're starting to notice things that are happening, right? Like, they're friends. They've been hanging out. All four of them. They're like little conniving people who are like hanging out and shit. You know what I mean?
That's actually what it comes off like, because she's attaching to him, because it would be weird if she was attaching to Tom Sandoval, and Tom Sandoval's there with Ariana. Ariana threw the party with Lisa for Sheena. So
but if Tom and Tom put as much effort as they did into this well, it's one Tom covering an affair and one Tom in the affair, they might have a great restaurant, but they don't.
All right, BX Gal 88 said 100% Shorts knew, and it was happening for longer than they admit.
Come on.
But then
Jax
also,
and Tom were roommates. You know, a lot of them, but they came together to California, right? How do you think Tom doesn't know about what the other Tom's doing?
Right.
Like, didn't one Tom like go master debate in a bathroom while the other Tom was outside of a bathroom last season? They know what each other's doing all the time. It's like weird.
All right, guys, 600,
so
600 in the room, and smash the like button for the weird. Beautiful Waterfall said, I don't think Shorts knew at this point. By the wedding, not necessarily.
I think by the wedding he knew.
Okay.
But that's my opinion.
All right.
But I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out at the reunion.
Edward Shore said, I think that that Shorts knew from the very beginning, and everyone is saying this was a huge day for Sheena. Congratulations. Yes, I agree. Now, I also hope, and I said this, I hope that Sheena now goes after Raquel for her attorney fees. I hope that Sheena has the metadata subpoenaed. I hope that she gets because Sheena did admit that she pushed Raquel because Raquel grabbed her wrist. But pushing
Let me give you this.
Hold on real quick. In the police report, she filed a police report. And in the police report, she said Sheena punched her in the face. And then she put this in the temporary restraining order, which you submit to the court, which is under penalty of perjury, which is fucking massive. Like, you cannot do that.
I'm going to call it a police report because that didn't happen. Like, listen, Sheena's this big. She's the size of the like button. And if you haven't pressed that already, guys, do me a favor because Adam gets so jealous I get more likes. So just hit the like button really quick. This is Sheena. This is Raquel. If I push you, I'm still this big. You know, like Sheena doesn't have like an ounce of anything in her body. She's like literally the size of, I don't even know. She's this. She's like this.
Okay.
And then this is Raquel. And she pushed her like that.
Binder or
she didn't do anything. Her nails weren't that sharp. She didn't cut her. Nothing. Nothing happened. She didn't punch her. Nothing. I really think, you know what? The fact that you didn't show up, if you wanted to make it real, and this was a real thing, you would have shown up and be like, you know, I felt very unsafe around this person. And I don't want to be around this person, right?
Right.
But instead you didn't. And this was all for show. Now here's where Sheena has the upper hand. If I were Sheena, I'm not only a married woman, I'm a wife, I am a mother. And you fucked with me. So now I'm going to take you to court because you're trying to fuck with my character. I am a mother. My daughter will see this.
She has to
We're on a
explain
TV
this
show.
to her
She has to explain this. So yes, I'll take your ass to court, you cheating whore. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. She's not a cheating person.
I mean, she didn't cheat on anybody. Okay. Preacher Adam, Sheena should sue Rachel for damages and filing a false police report. Unavoidable damage said, you don't go on double dates without knowing who's together. Binder or Bust said, Jason is great. Hold on.
God.
All right, let's keep it going. Rachel claiming that Sheena could hurt her is the most laughable thing. And T. Brewer said, I thought Emily D. Baker said there was no police report. No, there's a police report. I wanted to also say this too, because someone messaged me who, I'm not going to say their name on here, but they DM'd me and they said that they've had a restraining order before too, and they have a theory. So are you ready for the theory?
Yeah, theory?
Adam, I have restraining order experience, and I 1000% think that Rachel served those fake papers to Sheena at the reunion in hopes that she would think that they were real and not show up to the court hearing. Because if neither party shows up, the case is dropped, and Sheena wouldn't be able to technically go after her if neither showed up.
But you can't go really after someone. What can you do? Because isn't there like a rule?
No.
About the restraining order? Like you can't.
No, hold on. This is exactly how it goes. Sheena needed to go to court to be vindicated. Now she's vindicated because technically by default, Raquel didn't show up to fight it. Now that she's vindicated, Sheena is going to go back and speak with her attorney tomorrow. And I honestly really hope that she makes Raquel, I'm not saying put the girl in jail or anything, but she should be held accountable. I mean, again, with the police report and all of these other things, she should at least pay the fees because she's been selling every single statement to Entertainment Tonight, allegedly, or E! News. It's like you're making all of these extra dollars. She should be paying.
Here's the thing that rubs me the wrong way too is like the whole TMZ thing. When you're at a nail salon, right? There's one chair outside of the nail salon, and you're sitting there, you know, whatever. And TMZ walks up to you, and you have all the time in the world. Like, what are you doing on the chair outside? Did you get your nails done already? Are you waiting for your nails to get done? Like, what are you doing? You know, and why is that one chair outside? Why isn't there a bench or something? Why does this nail salon put one chair for you to sit while TMZ walks up to you? And why do you give them the time of day to do a really like a TMZ one-on-one? Andy Cohen has to be pissed. He's got it. Like, I could have asked those questions. You know what I mean?
Right. And I agree that Gigi said Rachel did this to avoid the reunion. That's all. And also, Ronnie G said, as a public figure, Sheena would be hard pressed to prove damages for defamation because they're saying maybe she could sue for defamation. But
I don't think you can with a restraining order. Can you?
I don't know.
Can you sue for defamation
That's
with a
an
restraining
Emily
order?
Baker
That's an
question.
Emily question, but I don't think that you can sue for defamation with a restraining order, if I'm right. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer or anything.
All right. So moving on, Schwartz and Raquel are still flirting at Villa Rosa, but James is so annoyed that Schwartz is flirting with her right in front of him. And he says, this is absurd. He looks desperate and fat as, and he needs to hit the treadmill. What were your thoughts? I mean, that was a little
My
mean.
thoughts are like, why do you care at this point? If I'm James and everything's so heightened, I'd be heightening my thoughts towards Allie. Why do you care what's happening with Raquel at this point? Like, why do you care? Like, it's done. It's over, right?
Right. Emily Lovelady said, up in Adam, Lala told Jeff Lewis that was the nail salon Ariana goes to. They never have chairs outside, and her nail appointment was over.
No one has chairs outside like that.
In the freezing cold
Can
in
you
LA.
imagine? There's one chair, and this is where my customers are going to sit after or before their pedicure, manicure, whatever the hell you're doing there, right? Like this chair. There's not a bench. There's not many chairs. There's not many people waiting. It was such a setup. It was so fake. TMZ is known for this shit. Like, completely known for this.
Yeah. Magic Cat said, if I were Allie, I would realize that James is still not over her.
That's sad. I bet you he's about to be over her now.
Yeah.
We'll find out at the reunion, won't we?
Okay. So now let's pan over to Katie for a second because she's, I believe that this is Christina Kelly's house. I think it is, but she's gardening with Christina Kelly, and she lets her know that it's her 6th wedding anniversary tomorrow. And also, now that her and Tom are selling the house, she's like, I didn't realize how many emotions were going to come out of that. Christina asked her, are you going to celebrate this? Are you going to acknowledge the 6th wedding anniversary? And she's like, yeah, it's kind of weird not to.
Why? You're getting a divorce.
Because they're still friends.
So, yeah, it's weird.
Would you
it's
not?
Weird. Listen, when you say, hey, I want to separate, and I want a divorce, okay? So this is going to be Tom. This is going to be Katie. When you say I want a divorce and I want to separate, and you're still friends, that doesn't mean you're going to do, oh, we need to celebrate our anniversary. No, stay here in the friend circle. You don't need to bring up old emotions. That just brings up old stuff. If you're trying to move forward, why bring up old stuff? It's hard. Listen, you know what I have to say that I'm really happy for Katie for in this episode and for Ariana is they got the spot that everyone has been talking about that is in such a great location for something about her. They are going to be rocking. It is all about location, location, location in LA. Don't let anybody ever tell you differently. Schwartz and Sandy's upcoming great location. Not as good as where something about her is going to be. I can tell you that.
Yes.
And by the way, that TMZ bus drives right past Sir, Pump, Tom, and now something about her.
Lindsay Pyle said, I wouldn't celebrate. It's weird. Carrie K said,
weird.
I'm with Jason. Weird to celebrate divorce. Ari said, it's weird. And then Carla said, why celebrate if you're getting divorced? Okay. So let's keep it moving.
Celebrate the divorce. Like, go have a glass of wine with Tom. Be like, hey, we're divorced. That's cool.
Guys, almost 750 in the room. Smash that like button. All right, let's pan over to another conversation.
Okay.
Lala, Lisa, and James are talking. And, you know, James is talking about Allie, and he's playing with Lisa's fine china. And he's like, if I were drunk, could I do this? And then they kind of get into the serious conversation. And he says that he wants to put some babies in Allie. And Lala got a little triggered by that because she said, can you please not talk about this girl like that? Can you please say maybe you want to make a family with her? And he's like, listen, some beautiful blue-eyed babies. Like, that would be perfect.
Some
and if
gods and goddesses.
If
some blue-eyed goddesses.
If Brock can have a baby, then I can have a baby. What are your thoughts?
I kind of agree with Lala here. Can you say I want to create a family? Can you say I'm serious about this girl? But the track record that James has, just as the track record that Lala has, they should both just, right?
Right. All right. On top of that, Lala did say that she's like, I'm concerned. She's like, I feel like I've told James he's on his own journey right now. But she's like, I'm concerned for anyone who quits drinking and thinks that they can go back to it because drinking for someone who has a problem with it, it's used for fun things, hard things. And she feels like he's teetering on the fence.
I mean, that's a very serious discussion. You know what I mean? And that's something that I think we're seeing play out. Like, can you do it? Right? That's not something when you choose to go sober, you choose to go sober and there's a reason. But when you come back, because you know what, I'm good now, I can have a little bit. Actually, I just had this discussion with someone at the boat show over the weekend about, and they've been so sober for, I want to say 20 something years. And they said it's great until the person has an excuse. You know what? I've been doing so well. I'm going to have a glass of champagne or I'm going to have a glass of wine. And then it backfires and it just goes back to what it was because slowly you get back into that same situation. And I hate to say it, but I kind of feel like maybe that's what James is going through.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. His dad doesn't think he is, and maybe he's not. Like maybe he did it on the show. Maybe he's doing it on camera. We don't know.
No,
you know,
right.
But like when it becomes uncontrollable, you don't really want to play with that. It's like playing with fire.
From Villa Rosa, everyone heads over to Shorts and Sandy's, and James finally gets Sheena and Brock to say yes to Allie going to the reception. So, Viva la Mexico, here we are. What did you think about Sheena having Katie move to a different tower and X'd from the preferred club list?
I mean, listen, if you can't get her to not go, the next best thing is to pool the power. Obviously, you're having a wedding. You're paying a lot of money, right? And you are kind of in charge of that. That's the one little power move she could have, and I thought it was funny. I mean, Katie didn't want to be at the wedding anyway, right?
Right.
So she can't complain about being far from anyone.
I mean, I thought it was a pretty boss move of Sheena. I like Katie too, but I thought
same.
Listen, if you're kind of gonna be stubborn about it, because it is being stubborn, because Sheena said, let me give you the $1,000 right now. And she's like, no, I still want to go. So whether it's Katie being stubborn or production making her go, she's still going. And Sheena's like, I don't want your energy there. And she's like, haha, I don't care. So Sheena's like, oh, okay. Well, let me just remind you whose wedding it is. I thought it was a great move. Renee said, true, Jason. And Val Porter said, I've been sober for 34 years. I can't ever have a drink. Congratulations,
No, that's awesome.
Val.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so moving on.
And you know what? Drinking makes me very tired. And I don't know if it's my age because I'm about to jump into my 40s in a minute. So I might join everyone in that because if I have a glass of wine, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But Adam makes me do it live.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Now, when we get to Mexico, everybody's kind of huddling up in the lobby. And James is taunting Raquel about the suite with the pool. He's like, I have a suite with the pool.
Haven't you ever been to a resort? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares?
Well, Raquel kind of clapped back too, and she said...
Raquel needed to be in the other tower so she could sleep with Tom.
Oh, okay. Listen. Okay, so... I'm dead. Okay, so when they're talking, she said, listen, I don't want a suite with a pool because they're connected to other rooms. And she's like, I think that's great for you and Allie. That way you guys have your own thing
No one
going on.
said, though, that she was going to be right. She was like, I don't want to be right next to James and Allie. You might hear the bed bump. Who said you were going to be next to James and Allie just for having a pool in your room?
Right.
You know, sometimes it doesn't click.
Right.
You know?
But then also...
Sometimes you don't hit the like button.
But, okay. But then also, you know, I'm not understanding why why even have a conversation with Raquel? Like, your girlfriend's there. I don't get it. Like, you can tell that she's really, really getting under his skin.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like for James, you went from Raquel, which is going to be this Chardonnay I did not like.
Oh my God.
And then you jumped to a really nice 2017 Cabernet. Okay. Why are you paying attention to the Chardonnay? Put it to the side, leave it alone, and don't worry about it. You know, why are you paying attention to Raquel? She's getting enough attention from Tom anyway.
Listen, I agree. All right. On top of that, while they're all sitting there congregating, Lisa calls with the realtor to tell Katie and Ariana that they got the location. That's huge.
That's huge. We just talked about that. It is one of the best locations in West Hollywood. They are on Robertson between Santa Monica Boulevard and Melrose. And then right between them, there is Pump and Sir and Chiconi's, which is Madonna's brother's restaurant. And Craig's is right there. And Olivetta, Marissa Hermer from Ladies of London has a restaurant right there. Everything is right there. When the 2028 Olympics come around for LA, that is going to be the epicenter of business. And guess what? They have a spot. So if they can last that long, which I'm sure they will, because Tom and Raquel, as much as we all don't like them, have definitely bought Vanderpump Rules another 3 seasons for sure. And I just feel like they are going to thrive. A sandwich shop, people say. A sandwich shop. Who wants to go to a sandwich shop? All the people who work in West Hollywood during the day. Who wants to go to a sandwich shop, they say. All the drunk people when they're done at the club at night. Who wants to go to a sandwich shop? Someone supporting a business that is not, what did they say? All the sub shops are owned by the males, right?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a new little thing.
Yeah.
This is great. Like, how, I haven't heard of a sandwich shop being owned by 2 women before.
No, I agree. Ebony Dix, thank you for the super chat. My own journey to sobriety. Lala is not the expert. And Robin Grant said, thank you for the super chat again. Robin.
Thanks, guys.
I love you, Adam and Jason.
Okay. We love you. Thank you for being here. Like, this is the one time a week that I stay up later than my bedtime and we do a live.
And Mustang Mickey said $8,000 per month rent is a lot of sandwiches. It's a tough nut to crack.
That's a lot of sandwiches. I wonder what the price on the sandwiches were going to be.
I'm guessing anywhere from...
But they can serve, they have a liquor license, right?
Yeah, they have wine.
Okay. That is a big deal in LA. If you get a spot that already has a liquor license where you can serve liquor and wine, that is a big deal.
Yeah, because
that's a big deal because that's a lot of money and a lot of time just to attain that license.
Yeah, because think about it. How many, let's say that they have over 400 people, right? 400 people in a day, like all day, if they're open all day, right? And let's say that 100 of those people buy wine alone.
Who were doing math. Okay.
That alone, if 100 people out of the 400 people in one day, because it is a heavy trafficked area.
Heavy trafficked area with a lot of people who like to heavily drink.
Right.
So they're coming in, if not for a sandwich, and they can't get into all the other spots for some wine.
Right. So
at least $10 a glass.
That's what I was going to say. That's already $1,000 right there a day and without sandwiches. So Val Porter said $7 a sandwich. Got to cost it out. No, it's going to be a lot more.
Oh, it's going to be, no. West Hollywood doesn't do single digits for anything. You want a cup of coffee? $10. You want a cappuccino? That'll be $14. You want a cocktail? We're talking, pull out your credit card.
Okay,
you know?
It's not.
You want a bottle of wine? Take out a loan. This is West Hollywood.
All right. So now we're getting to the end of the night, and Sheena is having her first night wedding dinner, and Christina Kelly shows up. But
why?
Sheena's upset because she said her first wedding, she said she's half Mexican, right? And she said her first wedding, they trashed her, calling it like a skanky quinceañera dress, her wedding dress, because it was the crop top wedding dress. And she's kind of wondering, Christina Kelly, why are you here with your energy? I agree.
I thought that she was going because it was her birthday and they were going to celebrate it with Katie.
And why not stay with Katie?
Why?
Where's Katie? Oh, Katie went with Tom.
Right. But like, why are you showing up to the, I don't know. I find it kind of like weird because I haven't seen Christina and Sheena kind of like talk about anything or really hang out.
Angelique said, I spent $75 for brunch just on myself. And
Girl, I'll go with you.
West
Because that
Hollywood.
sounds like a great time.
Debbie Garcia said, love y'all both. Love this party and Monday lives. Hey, 800 in the room, guys. Smash that
Guys,
like
thanks
button.
for being here.
Teresa Terry said production. And then Carrie K said only to get the info for Katie. Well, she also has Lala for that. Just saying. But we end off and it gets explosive.
Ooh.
Apparently on the way over to Mexico, James almost gets into a fight with Brock's friend. Now, they're talking about this, and apparently he was like, I know you. And James is like, you don't know me. And they said that.
I thought everyone knows DJ James Kennedy.
Well, he said
No?
that the guy's eyes were rolling in the back of his head and he was completely intoxicated. So he got annoyed. And so he bumped into him really hard and then shoved him.
Because that's the answer.
Well, Ariana was like, listen, I don't think anybody should be fighting. And poor Ariana, she's trying to break up the arguments at her pool party now for Sheena and Brock's wedding in Mexico. And
Can she catch a freaking break?
She can't catch a freaking break. And Allie seems so embarrassed at this point.
I mean, I would be too. Part of me is like, what do you expect? But then the other part of me is like, you got to give it a chance. If you have feelings for someone, you got to ride with their ups and downs a little bit. But this is like, I don't know if this relationship will last long term.
Julie Lieber said, do you only read specific super chats? Skipped over mine for the second time.
Oh, sorry.
Happened last watch party. No more spending. Have a great night. I'm out. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Just to be clear, we have 2 computers in front of us right now, and it's just me trying to do this. I'm trying to read the notes to ask Jason the right questions for the after party, and I'm sorry if I miss any of them, but we appreciate the hell out of you supporting the channel, and that is not on purpose. And thank you so much for being so kind. Okay, so now that everybody is going back and forth, Ariana finally loses her shit on James, and so does Lala. Lala's like, don't fucking talk to me like that. And Allie gets up and walks away, and Raquel's just sitting back like,
because
I'm so happy
embarrassing.
This is not me.
Adam, if we were sitting at a bar or a dinner table and this conversation was happening and it was being that, I would be embarrassed too, you know?
Right.
So.
Also, Julie Lieber, I don't see another super chat that you sent. Maybe it didn't. Oh, Julie Lieber, I didn't bring up this super chat because I didn't think it was appropriate. It said, do you think Raquel has Asperger's? Fits perfectly.
Ooh.
I don't want to speculate on that.
Yeah,
because
that's not something you can.
Yeah, we're not doctors, so I wouldn't. That's exactly why I didn't bring it up. But thank you again so much for supporting the channel. We're not going to speak on that. But Jason, all in all, what did you think?
I don't know. Vanderpump Rules is very interesting. You know, when I was recapping with Grace Report, we were talking about how different and like the production value of Vanderpump Rules is this year and how exciting it was to have it back, only to have Scandival fall into our laps. And it's been crazy. But just to watch this through a different lens and to go back, like many people are starting Vanderpump Rules over or haven't watched it before and are starting it from the beginning and watching it through, and it's giving it all new life. Now, I know a lot of people like to speculate too and say this is all for ratings. This is all like whatever. It's actually not. You know, a lot of people, what is the word people like to use when they don't agree with you? Oh, you're biased, right? So you're biased or whatever, but we've been there, we've worked there, we've lived that. We know that this information, what happened, was a secret for a very long time. This has nothing to do with ratings. I'm sure Bravo wishes it did because they're sitting there, their editing team is like, holy shit, we got to go back, we got to maneuver this. Bravo is like, how are we going to move this forward? But watching this through a different lens with the information that we now have is so much fun. It's so much fun. And having you guys here on a late night like this is so much fun. I'm so glad you guys show up for this on the second channel.
Absolutely. A couple comments. Just to be clear, I wanted to bring these up really quick. Okay, so Sunshine by the Sea. Nobody is doctors. These people sign up for this. Okay, well, I guess that's just a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
Hold on. I always get to see you guys discuss the episode before I watch the actual episode, and I love it. Thank you so much, Hannah.
The real recap, by the way, is tomorrow.
Yes.
at noon on Up and Adam, the first channel, the official channel.
With the Vanderpump Rules Party Podcast.
With the Vanderpump Rules Party Podcast.
And those ladies were actually at court today, and they're the ones who filmed Sheena walking out along with TMZ and every other major media outlet. But Ronnie G said most creators don't like to speculate on medical conditions. Ronnie G, you get it. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you.
Speculate on someone who has Asperger's? Who would say that?
I would never say that.
No.
Christina Campos said, don't get to watch for another hour, but I can't miss your lives. Hey, thank you.
Oh, are you on the West Coast?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah.
Oz Fly Girl said, hey, it's fun to do lives, kitchen table talk with a libation. Yes. And then also, guys, please keep it respectful in the chat because we don't want everybody arguing or fighting in the chat or attacking anybody else. So
we're supposed to have fun, guys. Just hit the like button.
Yeah. And then Jason also, you can tell them that you did a restock, and I'll go ahead and bring that up.
A restock? Oh my God. Yes, we did a restock, and we're almost already out again. But we have some merch on upandadamlive.com. This merch will be out later through a different website, which I'll let you know about. But it says girl bye, but on the girl, it has a cross and it says Tom. And this has been like a huge seller, and it's been so fun. Like, I love those. I love those shirts. I love when you wear those.
I wear mine all the time.
I know.
And the Scandal merch. What?
You need to wash it.
I do wash it. Don't be weird.
I wash it.
No, okay. Okay. Jason, we need another James impression.
I don't have I don't know. I don't know what he does.
Rosa said we were sticking up for you. Rosa, I'm sorry. Again, guys, I can't see all of the live chat. I'm trying to do both
when there is a live chat, guys, it's so crazy because we really do try to see everything. When Adam's live, I'm there, and we have our mods there, and everyone's there. We don't have all of our mods here tonight because we're doing a late night live. But things go like this sometimes, and sometimes you miss things, and we're trying to also do like a live and have fun. So don't ruin it for us. No,
and I love that two people said something in here too, and I think this is great. One, Val Porter, we love the after parties. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Love you, and thumbs up. Swag Shoe said, famous or not, it's not okay to assume someone has a disorder, not even if it's Rachel. And then also Carrie K, I appreciate this. I worked in mental health. Big no to speculate about individuals' disabilities. Yeah,
that's a different level. We can speculate on if you're a shitty person for lying about having an affair. Of course, that's fun.
Yes.
We're talking about reality TV, so it's not that deep at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
Right. There's more problems in this country, in this world. We're just talking about having some fun. It's like our book club.
All right.
Our book club that loves like buttons.
Debbie Garcia, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate y'all being respectful and having fun with your opinions. That's what we're here to do. This is not that serious.
Guys, this is the second channel. We can do what we want here.
Stacy said, after parties are the best. Y'all are the best. So much fun. You guys rock. Sunshine by the Sea. NorCal Girl said, I can help mod if needed. Hey, send us a DM.
Yeah, DM us or email us at info@upandadamlive.com.
Yes. Alexandra Sosa said, Jason, we need another one of your cocktail creations in addition to the Scandival Spritzer.
Let's do it. So we had the Scandival Spritz, and then we had Tequila Katie, which I messed up on the ice. Really good drink, by the way, if you like tequila. And then what else did we do? Oh, we did the Pump and Glory drink, and then we did the sangria. So I think next week we could do something more. Should we do something more like martini-ish? Should we do that?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Make a pumptini.
Oh, I could make a pumptini.
Yes.
But that's very similar to everything we've made. I think we should make something a little different.
Oh.
Yeah. What does everyone like? If you guys are watching us on the replay, which thank you, or here, what do you guys like? Because that would be fun to create something that...
Should we make something more happy for Sheena and Brock's wedding, or should we make something more bitter for Rachel sneaking around with Scandival?
Some bitterness. We should do some bitterness.
Okay, make it a dirty martini, they said.
Oh, you know what? In fact, I'm going to make it better than a dirty martini. My brain is already running.
Yes. Vanessa
We'll do that next week.
Vanessa D wants to know, what is the name of that website again? I want to get my hands on some merch.
Which merch? Our merch?
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. Upandadamlive.com.
All right. Edward Shore said, it's really fun to discuss the episode with you guys. Thank you.
Hey.
All right. Oh, and NorCal Girl, do a poll. Guys, all the time, everyone's asking about lives and polls and all of that. How often are we doing lives? What does the schedule look like? Can you just give a brief
I can give you like a brief rundown of the schedule. On Monday, we always have hot, messy topics around noon Eastern time. On Tuesdays, we have Anchor Watch. On Wednesday and Tuesday nights, we have our after party for New Jersey, which is a lot of fun to do because Adam is the one sitting here in front of the camera. On Wednesday nights, we have this live, the after party for Vanderpump Rules plus the New Jersey recap. On Thursdays, we have the Vanderpump Rules recap. And then on Fridays, it used to be Miami. Miami's over, but we're going to replace that live. So we do about 5-6 lives a week between both channels, would you say?
Yeah.
But more importantly, if you're part of our members only, which is a lot of fun, especially right now, we're live every Monday around 6 or 7 Eastern Standard Time. And what we do right now is every week we're telling stories and showing photos and videos from our time working in the Vanderpump bubble of restaurants and just sharing our experiences and our time there. And it's a lot of fun because Adam and I, like, we'll go on and we'll like, what do we talk about? And then we get on and our stories are just endless. And it's so fun to reminisce on our time at Pump, Tom Tom, Sir, Vanderpump Garden, Vegas, all the fun places we used to work.
All right. The last couple super chats real quick. I don't want to ignore any. So thank you guys. We really appreciate you.
Yeah,
Christina
seriously,
said,
thank you.
Will Shorts and Sandy's fail?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to garner a lot of attention. And I feel like, you know, Brett, who's the general manager, who we've only seen on the show, I don't know him. He's very familiar, though, right? Does he look familiar to you?
Yeah.
Anyway, he does all the right things, and he's asking the right questions. So I think if you have your GM is on point, things are managed well, it will be successful because the neighborhood they're in is, like, huge right now. And to have that kind of space there is great. So no matter who owns it, what other thing, because we don't know how the Scandival is going to blow over.
Right.
You know, we don't know how it's going to be at the end.
Right.
You know?
Tina Evans, thank you for the super chat. Make a tequila Katie. And then Val Porter said, yes, please, one day a mocktail.
Oh, let's do a mocktail.
Well, let's do both. Because people are asking, what about chocolate martinis? What about a partini? What about a dirty martini? What about a basil gimlet, a mojito, an appletini? So
how about something with watermelon? When does watermelon come back in? And
then another person said, what about grapefruit? Because it's a staple in Mexico.
It is. And that's why I put the grapefruit in the margarita we made last week. The tequila Katie. So good.
Last but not least, last two. Bravo to both of you for creating exciting, fun, informative, and an interesting channel and valuing your members and viewers better than lots of others. Thank you. Crystal said Jason needs to create a flaming drink. The Liar Liar Pants on Fire episodes closer to when Scandival takes place or the reunion.
That has to be a really good drink.
All right.
We'll think of one.
We will think of one. Jason, do you have any parting words?
No, I just appreciate this is so much fun. It's at the end of the day, right? And these Wednesdays are such busy days for the Up and Adam team, which is 3 people. It's such a busy day.
What is with that knee?
I've been sitting here for so long. Can I put my knee up?
Oh.
Can I rest? Can I have a position? No, but it's a long day. I'm always dreading coming on. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm not going to make it through tonight. And it is so fun to talk to you guys. I love reading your comments in the replay. If you guys are watching the replay. And next week we will do let's do something martini-ish.
Yeah.
Dirty-ish, martini-ish. I think that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I like that.
We're ending off with Tanya Wanya, nice leg muscles.
Thanks.
Val Porter, sexy. Okay. Good night. Renee said it best. Night, guys. Thanks for a great get together. Yes, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to smash that like button. And tomorrow we are live with the ladies who were at the courtroom today watching Sheena exit Vanderpump Rules Party Podcast.
Yes.
Both Sarah and Holly will be joining us, and that'll be at 12 p.m. Eastern on the main channel. We love you guys. And also, don't forget, tomorrow we have 2 Bravo announcements. One's obviously the Atlanta
Bravo announcements.
Yes, one's going to be the Atlanta reunion, and I'm guessing the other one is BravoCon.
The Atlanta reunion, girl. We are just getting started.
I am so tired.
The trailer is coming, and the BravoCon announcement is coming. I think they're at least going to tell us where it is tomorrow. The Sun, I get the crown.
Yeah, that's the Queens of Atlanta.
Yes, the Queens of Atlanta. I get that. But the Sun, OC, that could be anywhere. It could be the desert. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see what they have to go. It's usually disappointing, though, sometimes, the Bravo announcements. So we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Love you guys. Jason, you want to play with your button one more time?
With my what?
Button.
Oh, my button. I thought it said my butt.